Hey, good morning, my dear friends. It's a beautiful Friday morning. And man, these pelicans have been very, very active. If you look in the water, you'll also see a sea lion. And I'm telling you, that is a sure indication that there's a lot of bait here on the beach. There's a surf fishing guy down there. We'll find out how he is doing. It looks very, very active. There are fish here on the beach because there's bait on the beach, and that is really a positive thing. We're going to get into a lot with you here. I'll set up for the morning briefing coming at you next.
Little yellowfin, yeah.
Nice. What are you fishing with?
This little Castmaster, a little 3/8 Castmaster here.
And light line, I can see, right?
Yeah, it's almost all Spectra. I put a little fluorocarbon
What's
top
wrong with
shot on
that?
it. It's a nice one, huh?
Heck yeah. There's nothing better than that feeling with those fish that rattle.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and these are nice schoolers. So you know if you get into one, you got a shot at getting a few more.
Yeah.
There's nice fish. Yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah. And what a day. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful, except for that. I think we're gonna get. I'm looking for some glaciers or something coming down.
Well, who's the crazy guy in his shorts and bare feet down here?
You.
I just motivated on thicker and heavier as I went. When I hit the had to travel flying, rubber squealing, I didn't slow down till I was almost Arkansas. Well, I think I'm going to reroute my trip. I wonder if anybody.
Hey everybody, Phil Friedman here from Friedman Adventures. Man, you should check this brand new Tesla out. In fact, if you drop by the Tesla booth here at the Hall Show, they'll let you take this home for 24 hours and give it a test drive. Highly recommend you do that.
Yeah, both of them. Awesome. I'll have you autograph them to Tyler.
Before we get started on today's morning briefing, don't forget if you're headed to Ensenada, you're going to want to give Zeke Casas a call. Only 15 minutes from downtown, but just check out that spectacular view while in Ensenada, Baja, California Norte. And if that garage door is giving you a problem, then you're going to want to call your garage door man. That's Joe Welker. Tax problems? Nobody better than our friend Tim Marquez. Tim's been doing taxes for 35 years. Give the tax man a call today. And for your heating and or air conditioning needs, you're going to want to talk to our dear friend John Lopez at Efficient Heating and Air Conditioning. Good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California, where the fish are biting this morning. Nice yellowfin croaker. Hope you enjoyed seeing that. That was great. What a great angler. He said, have a great morning briefing. And I am going to do that with each and every one of you. Lots to talk about. Long range, is that improving? Halibut fishing here in Southern California. Cliff Hughes, a great guy with a nice big flatty on the native sun yesterday. We'll have some more details on that. We're going to cover the surf. It looks like that surf fish is biting a little bit here this morning. Seeing more and more croaker and so much more. You know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Oh, is that good? And what a great way to start my morning. That and the Hall Show yesterday really has me in a positive mood today. Well, pretty much every day I'm in a positive mood. I can't help myself. But yesterday at the Hall Show, fantastic to see Bart and his wife Jenny, and then all the people there. It was great. John Petty, the jeweler, was there. I spent a lot of time with the Independents. Hey, how about at the end of today's morning briefing, I'll tag on some interviews I did with some of the great people there, including great fishing in Loreto. I mean, so much that we'll tag on and we'll release as also individual items. So if you have a particular interest, you'll be able to check that out. Man, the birds are going nuts. We've been seeing a lot of that lately. So there's some fry or bait up here on the beach, and it's been some pretty good fishing. All right, hit that like button if you don't mind. Share these videos with a friend. If you don't mind, subscribe to the Freedman Adventures YouTube channel. Tick that little bell. You'll be notified when there is new content. And remember, you can also follow us on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. All right, once again, at the end of the report, stay tuned for some great stuff, excellent stuff. This guy knows what he's doing, okay? He sees the birds on the beach, and he's hauling butt down there to make a cast because he knows there are fish there. When you see that, he's giving you a perfect example of how to fish the beach. Get over there and make a cast. And you're going to have to let me know if he gets bit because I'm going to be getting into this with you all. All right, let's talk Mexican mainland down in Cabo. A few striped marlin down there, mostly yellowfin tuna. Got to travel about 20 miles, find the dolphin pods. When you find the dolphin, the yellowfin tuna are mixed up with them, and it's pretty darn good once you get into that zone. 15 to 30 pound yellowfin tuna. It's not every day they bite, but every other day, let's say. It's been windy. That's been the downfall. If you can't get out because of wind, then you're going to have to stay along the beach where you're going to catch some small roosters, some yellowtail, amberjack, and some other species. Nothing wrong with that, and still pretty darn good fishing. And there are a few 100-pound yellowfin tuna. Mulegé, Laredo, still really good yellowtail action. Down there out of San Quintin, we've been seeing the occasional big bluefin tuna, 200-plus pounder the other day for Josue Duarte. Nice hit for him. There's been some good yellowtail fishing. Maybe lacks a little consistency, but pretty darn good. I mean, if you budget out 2-3 days down there in San Quintin, 140 miles below the border, I think you got a very good chance of coming up with a fish or two. Man, he's on again. I'm telling you, this is darn good fishing. This is like springtime when the croaker are biting. So good stuff back there. And you saw what he did, everybody, okay? All of you surf fishermen, you saw what he did. He saw the birds, and he got over there. There's bait there, and where there's bait, there's predators, and he's cashing in on that right now. San Quintin also with some great rock fishing. Ensenada, some really good rock fishing. If you want to goof around, though, and catch a halibut or catch a sand or calico bass, you got a very good chance at doing that also. So keep that in mind. Primero Dios, God first sport fishing. Check out the nice halibut down there in beautiful Ensenada, Baja, California. Birds tearing it up this way. Also, you can see it's getting very active here in the surf. So, man, he is on a nice fish. Look at this stuff. I should keep walking down that way, shouldn't I? What am I doing? I'll see if I can see what he's got. And so some pretty good stuff going on south of the border. All right, the Ensenada area, that has been, the long range situation. I'm getting carried away with this guy, with these fish he's catching. The long range situation has been really slow, and it's been due to inclement weather. Now, the good news is it sounds like the weather is much better here today. Sounds like they have much better weather. But I got to tell you, it's been tough fishing. There's been some nice big yellowfin tuna taken down in that zone around Hurricane Bank, 1,000-mile or so run for those guys. So that's still going on, but it's been tough. The Independence, sporadic is how he described it yesterday. Pretty darn tough fishing. Had some yellowfin and wahoo, and they had one cow, so one over 200 pounds. Also on the Intrepid, they had a cowfish. Oh man, busting him off right there. All right, keep following those birds. I know what you're doing. So man, he just dumped that fish. It looked like a nice fish also. So long range fishing has been tough, mostly because of the weather. Guys are scratching out some fish. As I mentioned a moment ago, there has been some improvement in the weather here this morning. So we'll be watching that for you very, very closely, and we'll see what happens with our long range scene. All right, here in Southern California, let's talk about what's going on. Of course, rockfish season is closed. That's why many San Diego-based boats will hang a left and go into Mexican waters where you're allowed to catch rockfish right now. I think the Tribute is headed down to Baja, California. He'll be headed down to Punta Colonet, and down there 120 miles below the border. They've seen some yellowtail, but they've just been knocking the heck out of the nice big lingcod. Really nice fish in that zone. So really great fishing going on. He may be on to another fish. Man, Super Bowl Sunday right here is going to be good. Bring your Castmasters or your Chrome Crocodiles as the yellowfin croaker bite is on. It's been mostly barb percher, but it's looking good. Back to down there around down there around Collinet. Man, I'm a mess this morning, aren't I? There has been some really excellent fishing on lings and rockfish and that kind of stuff. Here in SoCal, we're catching sculpin and whitefish and some pretty good halibut. On board the Native Son yesterday, Cliff Hughes. Cliff is a fantastic angler and a dear friend and a great member of the Freeman Adventures family. He had that nice halibut up there in the high 20-pound class, I'm calling it, like 28 as I remember. That 8 halibut on the Native Son. Cliff said he does not like to trap his bait. Remember we were talking about a treble hook in the tail? He just fishes one treble hook, a really good hot bait. He was fishing 25-pound with a 4-ounce sinker. He said choosing a hot bait, as always, makes all the difference in the world. Cliff, way to go. What a great catch, my friend. Can't wait to see you on some of our trips. He always makes our trips so darn much fun and so exciting, and good to see that 8 halibut after a dozen halibut the day before on the Native Son. They are nibbling right now. Some pretty darn good fishing. He is on again. It's full speed here on the croaker this morning. Looking good, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him catch some nice barb perch also. So really great stuff going on here this morning. Again, up there at Marina Del Rey, we see some good twilight fishing. That should be going on tonight. Sand bass, calico bass, structured fishing. You got to pull hard, get them out of that structure. So fish 40-pound with a lead head and squid, and you should be in really great shape. Keep that in mind. All right, we are getting current info here in the surf with some darn good yellowfin croaker fishing going on here this morning. This guy says he's been catching them all morning long, and I've watched them. Well, we all watched them together with that one fish. And yeah, he's on again. It's full speed, and it's fun throwing that little lure, man. When they bite that, you get this shake like this when it's a yellowfin croaker. You know exactly what it is when they bite. As the Pelican Patrol approaches, man, there's a ton of pelicans flying in here right now, so you can see what's going on the beach up there, and that's where you want to hightail it and fish, just like that guy is doing. Big Fish Bait and Tackle down here on the corner of Seal Beach Boulevard and Pacific Coast Highway. They've got all the bait and tackle and Castmasters that you'll need to come down here and be successful, and it is just gorgeous here this beautiful morning. It couldn't get any nicer than it is. This ocean's flat calm. There's no wind. It's not that cold. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not that bad, but it's just a beautiful, beautiful morning. And the little fishies are biting down there. Bolsa Chica, our friend Wayne Shimabukuro, and the High Tide Gang are fishing. Hopefully, I'll have a little update for you from them. He said, I talked to Wayne a moment ago, he lost a really nice big fish. So we'll see how that all plays out as we go along. The Hall Show continues at the Long Beach Convention Center, and you're going to want to check it out. I'm telling you, it's great. And also this weekend, including today, tomorrow, and Sunday, the El Patron is headed to beautiful Catalina Island. You're going to want to become part of that. No fuel surcharge, a low price here in the wintertime, limited load, www.longbeachsportfishing.org. Some great blue perch fishing, a little bit of bass, occasional halibut and white sea bass, plenty of whitefish, and a gorgeous, beautiful adventure out on the Eastern Pacific. I don't know how you can beat that. All those pelicans I saw knew what was going on down there, so they're gathering up down there, and there is a place you want to be casting a lure here this morning. Really, really good signal here in the SoCal Surf. And don't forget, Big Fish Bait and Tackle giving away a free custom rod every single month. You just need to walk in there, buy the ruler, and then they will explain the derby to you all. So make sure you do that. Drop by Big Fish Bait and Tackle. They change the species of what you're trying to catch every single month. They'll let you know about that. And man, I'll tell you, that is one heck of a way to get it done. Catch some nice surf fish, and also win a beautiful custom rod. I'm going to tag on some great stuff from the Hall Show coming at you next. Don't you dare go anywhere. Hopefully I'll see you up there at the show. It was so much fun yesterday. And for all of you who came up to me and said hello, I want you to know how much I deeply, deeply appreciate that, and deeply appreciate the millions of views here on Friedman Adventures. I owe that all to you. Have a great day. And oops, shoot. Where's that coffee cup? Let's get up this hill here. And I hope to see you really, really soon. Take care, my friends. Everybody, we're at the Hall Show, and we're with McKenna, the lovely McKenna. McKenna, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am fantastic. You've been here for 13 years. What exactly do you do?
Yeah, we've been coming to these shows even when it was Fred Hall shows to Bart Hall shows. We've been a part of the 3 shows every single year. Awesome family to be around.
Yep.
We're in the water sports industry, so for us, we manufacture our own line of paddle boards, chairs, docks. Everything you see here is us. Inflatable boats. We do it all.
Is it all inflatable?
We also make rigid boards. We don't always bring them to the show, but we're located in Santa Ana, so if you come by our showroom, you can see what we started our business with, which is rigid boards, and moved into the inflatable game, which transportation, space, things like that for a lot of people has become very common, but we make it all still.
Yeah, and the fact that it's inflatable, some of your items, makes it so easy to transport, right? Because I'm a big Mexico guy. I love to drive down into Baja and go to the beaches and do that. This facilitates that whole travel.
100%. So even if you have a small car, you don't have the rack to put your board on, you can deflate your board down. It all goes into a bag here about this size, which rolls, put on your back and carry it, and you're good to go.
What's that weigh?
With everything inside, your paddle, your pump, your fin, your leash, your board, you're probably right about 33 pounds. So
That's nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
Wow, that is amazing. And like this is amazing. What is that exactly?
So this is our pop-up dock. We invented it probably about 10 years ago. We actually got contracted by Catalina Island. They needed a deck that was like a paddleboard made with the same material that they could put all their camera equipment on.
Yeah.
So we kind of came up with this concept, and it's just taken off. We put it behind the boat as extended seating, a hangout spot, throw it out on the water. People go camping with it. I've seen concerts held on it. It's a very multi-use platform.
Can you stand on that?
Oh yeah, if you want to stand up there. We can.
I'm too big. You stand on that. Go ahead. I'll stand here.
Yeah, super rigid. It's going to be about as stable as the water that you're on. It's about 49 pounds, but will hold 1,500. And it packs down really small, so it can still stow away really nicely.
This is a magnificent, awesome thing. No question about it. I can think of a lot of people who could use this. And as I mentioned, I live in Surfside, right on the beach.
Okay.
I see this 70-year-old guy going out there every single morning, no shirt on. It's like 50 degrees, and he's paddleboarding out there. I bet he would love your stuff.
100%. If he doesn't already own our board, you need our board.
And McKenna, getting out into the great outdoors is so important. You and I talked about it off camera a little bit, but it is so important. People are on their phones too much. They're not getting their little tootsies in the sand. They're not getting any vitamin D, and all of those things contribute to better mental health as well as physical health.
Yeah, I think it's super important, and that's all we want to do is get people outside, get out with Mother Nature. That's what our kind of whole motto is about. And even though COVID brought some negative times, I think one of the best things it brought was getting people outdoors, and people need to do that more often.
100%. So are you selling these items here at the show?
We are. We'll ship everything to you, so don't worry about having to lug any of that product around. But we're here through the weekend, and we'd love to hook you guys up.
All right, perfect. And if people cannot come to the show, is there a website or some other way? Can they come to your showroom? Are those two available also?
Yeah, we have a showroom in Santa Ana, California, so stop on by, reach out to us for our hours, DM us on Instagram, PopBoardCo, hit our website, popboardco.com, and we're here to help.
Perfect. McKenna, you're number one.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have a
Hey,
great
we're
day.
here at the Hall Show, and I have got to tell you, one of my favorite places in the world, I was going to say in Baja, in the world is Loreto. And we're here with Andrew to learn a little bit more about your operation. Andrew, how are you?
Great, and yourself?
I'm doing fantastic. So you're based out of Loreto. Your dad is down there. You run the rig down there. Tell us about your operation.
Yeah, so basically We moved down to Loreto about 5 years ago.
Lucky guys.
Yeah, we were obsessed with the place, so we decided to move our boat down there. We've been fishing. We're working on a lodge now, but for now we just got our boat down there. We got a 21-foot center console. We got all syndicate rods. All you got to do is show up, bring a cooler for your fish, and we'll take you guys out, show you a good time. Trying to think of what else.
I can ask some questions here, man. So 21-footer. One thing that I love about Loreto is there's no bad time to fish there. It gets a little windy during the winter time and the spring, but if you budget enough days, you can get out in the yellowtail fishing. My brother and I, we were in our teens. We said to my mom and dad, "Hey, do you think it's safe to drive to Mexico?" And they looked at us and said, "Go for it. Have fun."
Right.
And man, we never looked back. Just a world of adventure and good people in Mexico. But wintertime yellowtail fishing is pretty darn good. You were just down there. How was it?
Yeah, it was actually, I was just down there for a week and a half, and it was epic. The yellowtail fishing was great. We caught some yellows. We switched it up. We went and did a little cabrilla fishing, and ended up hooking up with some pargo. So it was awesome. It's always a good time down there.
Yeah, heck yeah. And the cabrilla fishing and the yellow fishing, always so good. And then when you move in to the summer months, man, you got pez velas, you got sailfish and marlin and atún, you got yellowfin tuna, and really good dorado fishing, right?
Yeah, everything's, summertime's awesome. We'll start the day off making bait in the morning, and then we'll head out, we'll fish for some dorado, we'll troll for some sailfish marlin, and then my favorite thing is we end the day off at one of the islas, and we'll do some fresh clams, maybe eat some ceviche around the beach, so drink some
Chocolate
beer.
clams, man.
Yeah, you can't beat it. It's awesome.
Yeah, it sounds so good. Is there a website or anything we can visit if we want more information, or what's the best way to get more info on it? First of all, they can come by the hall show until Sunday. After that, what's the best way to reach you guys?
Yeah, honestly, probably the best way to reach us would be on Instagram.
Yeah.
We're saltdog_sportfishing.com. We post all the time down there, always fishing. When I'm not there, one of the other captains is running the boat. So there's always somebody on the boat.
All right, and Andrew, I've already pitched you on something, and I want everybody in Friedman Adventures land to know you're going to be sending us fishing reports, videos, and stuff, and we'll be providing that to our people.
Perfect. Yeah. Whenever we got a trip, I'll get with Philip here, and I'll get some reports over to you guys, get some photos, and let you guys know how it's going down there.
All right, perfect. And in terms of places to stay, I'm sure you and your dad know the best places to stay. You tune people up on that also?
Yeah, of course. I always recommend, there's 2 hotels in town that are the nicest. There's the Oasis. You can get that for about $100 a night. And then you can also do one of the nicer hotels, which is La Misión, and that one's about $220 a night.
All right, perfect.
And both of them are oceanfront. You wake up and you look at the sunrise.
Chuck, our cameraman, wants to know the cheapest one.
Well, you can do the Oasis, which is about $100 a night. If you don't mind being right on the water, you can go in town, and you can find hotels for as cheap as $45 a night.
Oh, awesome. You know what, dude? When we drove down there, my brother and I, this is back in '80, we used to go to a place called the Salvatierra, outside of town,
Cool.
$5 a night. It was a hellhole, let me tell you. But for a couple kids in high school, it was great.
Yeah.
Laredo, it maintains that sense of a small Mexican town. I mean, I love going to the church, Nuestra Señora de Loreto.
Oh, yeah.
I love walking around the town. People are so nice, and doesn't have a touristy feel to it, does it?
No. I mean, everybody fishes for about 8 hours with me, and then at the end of the day, everybody will head to the bar, grab a drink, and then they'll walk the town because it's a super nice, sleepy town, and they got a mission there you can check out. They got a lot of, what would you say? I mean, there's a lot of shopping you can do in town.
All right, perfect. I'm going to try to read Chuck's, our cameraman's mind, and he's thinking, yes, we should come down and shoot a video fishing with you someday.
Yeah, I'm ready. As soon as you guys are ready. You guys can come down in April. We'll do some yellowtail fishing, and we'll get it done.
All right, Andrew, what a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, my friend. Hey, we're here at the Hall Show, and man, we have got some books for you. First of all, Joe Shimuzu from Taddy Lures. What are you doing here?
Just hanging out, trying to help Scott, supporting the book and supporting his new book, The History of Surface Art, which is absolutely amazing. It's educational even for myself. Seeing all the different jigs from the past. I mean, I think there's over, how many brands are there, Scott? I mean,
over 120.
Over 120. So, absolutely amazing that, that Scott was able to find the history of it, find all the advertisements on it, collecting the jigs. All this stuff took 10, 15 years he's been doing this, and it all kind of finally accumulated, recently.
You know what? I believe that too, because you look at the detail in these books and the obvious hard work that went into it. It's amazing.
It's a lot of work, a lot of research. That's what a lot of people I think maybe won't understand is the amount of research, the amount of people he's had to talk to. It's amazing.
Can I turn over to Scott for a
Absolutely.
moment? All right, I'll be right back to you.
Well,
Scott, 1 second.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun the other night on
We
Tackle
did
Shop
have fun.
Confessions,
We did
man.
have fun.
That was fun. Go ahead. What were you going to
My
say?
5 minutes that I was supposed to be there ended up at 2.5 hours. I was going to say, Joey does have Tatty sweatshirts
Yeah.
here, Tatty hats, and he's also signing the Tatty book. So
Oh, excellent.
People that bought last year, but I didn't have them at the time, bring your Tatty book, and Joey's in the booth all weekend signing your books for you.
All right, tell us a little bit about the new book, and then people can get both books at a discount, right?
Yeah, that is the big discount. I think it's $150 for both. That would normally cost you $190 if you were to buy them separately. So, take advantage of that. The new one, I'm so stoked that I get to hand it to you this year, and I don't get to shop or I don't get to ship it to anybody. So, over 120 companies, as much history as I could find, every advertisement I could find, all in here.
That is excellent, and people can find you here at the Hall Show.
Yep.
And then what is the deal on the two books? 150?
150. So normally this one right here, if you come down and buy it, is $89.99. The Tatty book is $99.99. But if you buy both of them together, I'm doing it for $150.
Damn, what a deal, man. All right, come and see Scott and
We
Joe.
got jigs too?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just adding. We got jigs.
Are you handing those out or selling those or what?
We're selling them.
All right, cool. Beautiful. And hey, I want to thank you because you're going to give us some stuff to take down to the kids of Cedros.
Yeah, and it's perfect that you're going down there because I was personally trying to figure out a way to bring goods for fishermen, young fishermen down there. But obviously it's hard for me to do it. But being you and the special guy that you are and all the connections that you have,
Flattery will get you everywhere.
You're able to help me out. So in the end, it'll be great. We're going to donate some great product. I got tons of stuff that friends have given to me to donate to Cedros. So, I can't thank you enough for doing that. I think it's amazing, and the kids are going to love it. Bottom line, the kids are going to love it, and they need it. Little swim bays, inshore, bass gear, it's great. They need it. So we're willing to donate it.
All I can say is, wow, that is so cool, man.
I think it's great that you're doing what you're doing to help make it easier for us to I'm just going to give it to you, and then you can deal with it. I'm trying to figure out how to fly it down there, but I have no way of doing it.
Listen, my parents brainwashed me when I was a little kid about helping other people, so I get an endorphin hit off of that. I enjoy doing it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's great that you're able to do that and help other people. So it's awesome.
All right, what can I say? Come by and see Scott and Joey here at what's the name of the booth?
Gray Arrow.
Gray Arrow booth.
My publishing company. Yeah.
All right, it's his publisher. It's a great book. You're going to love it, and I know you're going to enjoy meeting these two great gentlemen.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
What do we got here?
How's it going, guys? Miles from Avid Reels, premiering something new at the Hall Show this weekend, guys. Come check it out. We have our new 3-speed JX and LX Raptors. 3 speeds, not 2 anymore. It's going to be really cool to see everyone catching big fish on these this year. It's going to be something that I want to see everyone using for tuna, also for yellowtail. They're going to come in a magic cast as well as no magic cast. Power handle or no power handle, whatever combination you want. As you know with Avid, we have all the colors. Blue, black, green, gold, silver, gunmetal, red, purple, pink, you name it, we have it. The gear ratio is going to be improving as well. So we're going to have a 6-to-1 on the top. Then we're going to have a 3-to-1 on the middle. And then we're going to have a 2-to-1 on the low. It's going to go from fishing reel to tow inch real quick. And I can't wait to see everyone have them. Come check us out at the booth this year. Anyone that buys any new Avids from any of our retailers here, San Diego Taco Traders, Bob Sands, Turner's, anyone that's selling a brand new Avid, I'm going to give you a brand new reel cover as well as a hat to match. So look forward to seeing y'all soon.
Boom.